Guys, I saw The Crow, the brand new Crow movie.
Did you?
I saw your. You didn't. I saw your
Reaction.
Your reel.
Yeah.
On YouTube, where you
Yeah.
probably won't actually give it a full review, but
This is my full review.
but I've also heard some other people saying like it's bad, but it's so bad it's good. Where it's one of those movies. No.
It's the same issue with Borderlands. It's fucking boring. It's boring. Do you guys mind if I spoil the movie?
Good.
Go ahead.
Spoilers, everybody.
No, who gives a fuck? Don't go see the movie. It's a waste of time. The Crow. You know what's sad? I still liked it a little bit more than Borderlands.
So you're saying you would watch that over Borderlands?
I would rather watch Paint Dry than either of them.
That's fair.
Like, genuinely. So, I've never seen The Crow until Monday before I watched this one.
Yeah, you never saw the original?
I never saw the original one. So, my wife was like, we are not allowed to go see the new one unless you watch this. I was like, fuck it. I'll watch it Monday. So I watched it Monday, and I fucking loved it. I loved it so much. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Absolute awesome movie. Yes, it has the cheese of the 90s, but it is so badass. Have you seen The Crow? I know.
I have not.
Oh, it's a great one. It's a great one. But so I got excited. I said, okay, this is from the director of Ghost in the Shell's remake, which I'm in the minority. I really like that. I don't know. I know you saw it. You and me saw it together.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Ghost in the Shell remake?
I never
the live action.
No, I've watched a
Yeah.
few episodes of the anime.
Oh, okay. So visually, the live action was actually really cool. I liked it. It wasn't the greatest movie, but visually it was awesome. And I was like, if anything, he'll be able to nail down the visuals of The Crow. No. It looks like modern day fucking Chicago. Like, so, you know what? Let me be nice. I'll give.
So there's like no goth to it.
Not really, no. Besides him having goth makeup, no, not really. And like, so to give my pros. So first off, well, I don't know. I'm a little jumbled. Spoiler alert: they don't kill him until halfway through the movie. So he doesn't get his crow powers till midway through the movie.
So what's the first half of the movie?
Their love story. I get what they were trying to do. They have no chemistry, so I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a fuck for them at all. That was a big part. Second, so yeah, that's like my biggest issue is that first off, I get what you're trying to do. I appreciate it, but it just doesn't work. So then he gets his crow powers, but then they convolute it with all this mythology. And the crow, like it's there following him, but it's never like a major thing. You know how it's his weakness in the original? No, the crow's just always watching above. He doesn't use the crow to peek into things. No, the crow's just following him. Never has anything else to that. So the mythology of this is that it's like this person who gives him the power of the crow, and if he kills everyone, he can bring Shelly back to life. Okay, fine. Like you want to add in mythology. I don't think it's needed. Takes too long to build up. The villain, this is where me and my wife disagree. I thought the concept of the villain was cool. It's a guy who made a deal with the devil and can basically like so it's cool to have two different supernatural people.
Yeah.
Too bad their fight is 1 minute and it's boring as shit. It's boring as shit. Ask me how many action scenes are in this movie, guys.
How many?
2.
Really?
2.5. 3. That's about it. Ask me how many are good.
I'm gonna assume 1.
Yep. 1 great action scene. Because he can just take as many bullets, it doesn't matter. And he's just getting shot and just... It's awesome. The fight choreograph, great. The rest of the movie is just dull. It's boring. It doesn't look visually interesting at all. The new mythology stuff I thought was pretty terrible, if I'm being completely honest. I just wasn't really a big fan of it. And in the end of the day, I walked out of The Crow, and I was so happy I didn't pay for it. Because I won free tickets. I was so happy. And I told my wife, I said, if you don't like this movie, just whisper to me that you're ready to leave, and we'll leave. She never whispered to me, so I was like, okay, maybe she's liking this. I'll just go along for it. Movie ends, I was like, what do you think? She goes, that was awful. I'm like, we could have saved time. We could have fucking left. Like, what were you doing?
Finish what you start.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, I was interested to at least see where it went.
You have to.
So, I don't know. It's not even the definition of fine. It's the definition of this was fucking boring. And that's my big issue with the movie.
Do you think they played it too safe?
No, I don't even think it was safe. I think they were just trying to do so many things. The movie was stuck in development hell for almost 20 years. So what I imagine happening is every time a new writer came in, they just left everything that writer had let in And then they came in, another writer did it, another writer did it, another writer did it. And it just never.
Just puzzle pieces, essentially.
Yeah, like, I don't know what they were trying to think or do.
So,
This was a 3 out of 10.
So, with The Crow being as bad as it was, and it's a remake to a classic, how do you feel about Nosferatu coming out in December?
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
You think so?
Yeah, that's Robert Eggers. If Robert Eggers would have directed The Crow, it probably would have been 30 times better. Maybe. I don't even think he would have.
I just heard a perspective of just like someone in my family talking about it because like he was a huge fan of The Crow, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, but he's like, what about Nosferatu because Bill Skarsgård will play Nosferatu. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I think it'll be good. He's like, but what about The Crow? I was like two different directors.
He wasn't the issue. He tried as The Crow.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not his fault.
So what would you give his performance? Just Bill Skarsgård as him. 5.
But that's as much as you can do with this terrible script.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't really talk a lot. Like, there's no personality. Like, I don't know. There's fine ideas. It's just, it's not worth watching when you have the original.